it's Lucy and today I'm here to do my October TBR. Not to be presumptuous, but if you have noticed, it has been a while since I've posted. It's been a while since I've filmed anything, to be honest. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty. There's no real reason. I just didn't feel like it. I've been in what the kids call a reading slump. So I haven't really been reading, and so I haven't been filming videos. I haven't really felt like editing videos because I actually have a backlog of videos that I filmed in like August that you will be seeing because I filmed them. I still think it's good content. I'll just be making little changes to acknowledge the fact that it's not the time that I said it was in those videos. But yeah, also a little life update. I moved. I don't know if you can really tell because this bookshelf is the same, although it's clearly not fully incorporated. I tried to make a nice little background here, if you can tell, with some plants, and just picked up some books that I had. In the meantime, please forgive me if the lighting / my backgrounds aren't perfect or super aesthetically pleasing. So that's it by way of life update. Now on to the TBR. This is mainly a Black SFFathon TBR. If you're watching this when I hopefully will be posting this, then it is October 2nd. It may or may not be October 3rd. But it's not too late to participate. The readathon starts on October 3rd and it goes until the 16th. And obviously the theme is Black science fiction and fantasy. You can read any books within those genres. We do have a few challenges. It's a little different from last year, a little bit more laid back in regards to challenges. We don't have a full bingo board this year. We just have 4 challenges that you can use as many books as you feel you need to complete. So if you just want to read 1 or 2 books, which is what I'll be doing for the readathon, you can do that and combine challenges, or you can read 4 books for each challenge, or you could double up and do 2 books for each challenge if you want. One of those challenges would be hard to do 2 books for. The readathon was created by Chloe from Thistle and Verse, and she has invited all of us from last year to continue to be hosts, so that would be me, obviously, Noria from Chronicles of Noria, and Jerry from Onyx Pages, and Arlene of Lock Pressed Books. So we're all hosting, doing various things for the readathon. Next weekend, I will be doing reading sprints on my channel at 2 p.m. EST. We'll just be reading, chatting, having a grand old time reading Black SFF. And the next day, Noria will be doing sprints on her channel, and those will be at 1 p.m. EST. And there will be a live show on October 16th, the last day of the readathon, where we will be discussing the group book, which I will talk more about in a minute. And yeah, I think those are all the dates you need to know for the readathon. Sorry for any last minute notice, but you'll see the challenges are pretty easy to find books to fit for. So if you want to participate, please do leave a comment down below if you want to participate. If you're planning to participate, make a TBR video, do whatever you want, or just silently plan it in your head, that's fine too. Yeah, so let's get into my TBR for the Black SFFathon. To be honest, this whole TBR is very ambitious for me just because the specific Black SFFathon TBR is 3 books for me, and I don't think I've read 3 books in the past 3 months. So yeah, and I also have extra books that I do want to talk about to you guys, and maybe hopefully I'll be reading in October, we'll see. But yes, the first challenge is a book that's been on your TBR for a while, and I will be reading The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. I'm actually close to halfway through this. I started reading it because, once again, Chloe is great at putting things together. She put together the Broken Earth trilogy slow read along, and I was too slow for it. So I kind of sort of stopped reading in the middle of this book, and I would like to get back to it, finish the trilogy finally. I was enjoying it. I do think I liked the first book the best, but the second book was also good, and I'm just excited to see how it all really ends. The next challenge would be a book with ghosts. For this, I will be reading The Sisters of Reckoning by Charlotte Nicole Davis. This one is kind of a little bit of a cheat. In the first book, there were entities that were kind of like ghost-like, so I'm counting those as the ghosts for this, and I'm assuming they will make a reappearance in this book. This is the second book in a duology about these girls who have to leave a welcome house, which is this world's word for a brothel, that kind of place, and a group of 6 girls end up having to go on the run away from their welcome house because one of them ends up killing someone, and that's obviously not a very good thing, so they go on the run. It's like a YA Western. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited to be reading the second one and see where it all goes. And the second one obviously takes place after the first one. I don't really want to spoil the first one for you because I'd encourage you to read it, so I'm not going to tell you about it, but yeah. And then I'll be using the same book for the next 2 challenges, and that would be a book with blue on the cover and the group book, which is The Forgotten Girl by India Hill Brown. This is a middle grade book that follows a girl who, along with her best friend, ends up discovering the abandoned grave of someone, and upon further research, she realizes that this gravestone is part of a neglected and forgotten Black cemetery from when Black and white people were segregated, even in death. And it follows them learning more about their town's past. And along the way, they accidentally awaken a ghost, and they have to deal with that as well. This is a booktuber book. India is a booktuber. Her channel is Books in Big Hair. I'll leave it linked down below. So I'm excited to finally get the opportunity to read this and just see where it leads. And this also does fit 3 of the challenges. This also would have fit a book with ghosts. It probably will fit it better because they actually deal with an actual ghost that is said to be a ghost within the story, but you know. And now I have some extra books that I wanted to talk to you all about that aren't part of my Black SFFathon TBR. They are sort of, this video is titled my October TBR, so they are sort of part of my October TBR, but like I said, I'm trying to get into the groove of reading again, so we'll see if they actually get finished or read. I have 2 more books that I'm currently reading. One is So Many Beginnings, a Little Women remix by Bethany C. Morrow. This is, as the title suggests, a Little Women retelling, and this specific twist here is that it follows a Black family instead of a white family like in the original Little Women. We follow this family like the original Little Women during this time the Civil War is still going on, as they have, you know, trials and tribulations and everything. And I'm about 15% of the way through it, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's exactly what I would have looked for in a Little Woman retelling. So yeah, I'm optimistic for continuing to enjoy this. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. I am almost done with this book. I think I have like 10 pages left, but I think I'm going to reread it because this is like a step-by-step guide a little bit. Like every week or every chapter, he gives you some like things to complete to, you know, get on the path to your rich life or whatever. And I have been half and half following it, so I kind of want to like actually do some of the steps. I might go back and like make sure that I've done some steps. Otherwise, I did enjoy reading this. I think I will maybe do a video about it. I really want to do some like personal finance books videos because I love personal finance, little known fact about me. So I think I may or may not include this into a personal finance books video that I'm still mulling over. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I do think I'm gonna reread, do some of the steps again, or like make sure I've done some of the steps. And yeah, so that's why it's still am I currently reading, even though I basically finished it. And the last book I wanted to mention to you all in this video is Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. This book just came out. I think it would have come out like 3 or 4 days ago by the time you've seen this video. I did receive an ARC of this months ago. I feel really guilty that I haven't read this yet. I really had a whole plan, like I was gonna read it obviously before the release date. It's just I had a lot of plans, and then me not feeling like reading really hit, and it didn't happen. So I would like to read this month. I don't know if my original plans for it to do like a reading vlog for, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I would still like to read it and review it. And yes, this has a very complicated synopsis. Basically, 2 people end up having to go and try and capture something because one of them has this magical ability that I think she's not supposed to have it, or I don't know, it says she doesn't completely understand it. And because of this magical ability, the other character like gets disgraced somehow, and so they team up. I think he forces her to team up with him so that he can like restore his honor. That was a really horrible synopsis. I feel like the more I say synopsises, the worse I get at them, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. But yes, those are all the books that I am going to be sharing with you guys. That's my October TBR. If I am lucky, I may or may not read more books. I do have a bunch of videos planned for this month. We'll see if they happen. I say that every month, and then what happens? Whole lot of nothing. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up in the comments down below. Let me know what your October reading plans are if you're taking part in the Black SFFathon tongue twister. And leave me a pumpkin emoji because fall. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done that already. I will see you in my next video. Bye.